Right.
Wake up, it's time to start the show. What show we see hello? Let's get ready to go. A cool pineapple, morning's fresh start. A sipping wrinkle always plays his part. Cupcakes, quarter cruising by. Ross dogs, broken spirits staying high and dry. Articulate John, still feeling hazy. Am I still drunk? This morning's crazy. That fool's here, repping strong. Happy Gosling, tagging along. Joey C, in the morning with Lou, where the chat is buzzing and the crew is true. From wild tales to jokes untold, this morning's show was pure gold. Ross Dog shouting, he's more less the man. Chris Mack asks Joey heard about Aaron's plan. Ref Ugly with the classic call. No B, no green, echoing through the hall. Crumb says Hawk, Arnie's here to stay. Cupcakes corner, cruising all the way. Ryan A's got the jokes making the rounds. Imran Khan and his pot smoking sound. Joey C, in the morning with Lou, where the chat is buzzing and the crew is true. From wild tales to jokes untold, this morning's show was pure gold. Luke of the Bind with a cryptic note. Quad can't mend in a clash they wrote. Happy Gosling's got the Greenville beef, while Ross Dog spins stories like a true chief. Space Chief clouds by with flames and fire. Am I still drunk? This morning's crazy. Do the Arnold impression one more time. This morning show's in its prime. Joey C, in the morning with Lou, where the chat is buzzing and the crew is true. From wild tales to jokes untold, this morning's show is pure gold. So grab your coffee, don't be late. Joey C and Lou, they set the date. With laughs and vibes, they'll make your day. Joey C in the morning with Lou, here to stay.
I don't hear you.
Hear me now, huh? You hear me now?
Yep, sounds like it ain't your speaker.
I know. It ain't my speaker. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Joey C and Blue here on the morning show. What's happening?
How you doing today?
Me?
Yeah, you.
I don't know. Some asshole kept calling me at fucking 4 o'clock this morning, 3 o'clock this morning, from a 978 number, telling me. I kept asking who the fuck he was. He says, "I'll know this morning when me and Lou are on."
So I have to teach you how to fucking just ignore calls that are not in your contact, that go straight to voicemail.
I understand that, but I mean, it's just fucking. It's called me before, and it's never said anything. Now, last night at 3 o'clock in the morning, he decides to chime in on the fucking drunk ass, fucking high ass motherfucker that he was, Then he calls me and apologizes at about 4 o'clock. That says good night, and he apologizes for fucking harassing me for 2 hours.
That is true, Joey. You do have like a lavender haze.
It's a lavender fucking haze.
Your coloring is like you got a lavender haze.
You
got a light. You got a what the fuck? A ring light on?
Nope.
Whatever. We're not gonna fuck with it. We're gonna leave it alone. It is what it is. Today is the day where Joey C goes better to Bob Levyverse at 10:30.
Well, that was him that called me on. I guess that was him. He said he's in our chat. I'm gonna call you in. I mean, I don't know. I mean, he could just be saying that because I said it, but he said he's in our chat room.
How was Clearwater Chad, Mason, Mike, everyone doing today?
Well, we got to send him we got to do the weather. I forgot about today's Tuesday. We're gonna do. Gotta send Chad the link.
Gotta do all kinds of things today.
No, I don't.
It's looking like I'm gonna hunker down in my fort and ride out the storm. If I die, then I die.
I fell asleep for a couple hours. So what's the latest? It's gonna land Thursday. Now it's saying it may go through Tampa, but it could be near Tampa.
The one that I watched that when I got up showed all the Euro model has it hitting south of us.
Right.
More Sarasota-ish type area.
Yeah. Now, yesterday at one point, it said it was going to go through Cape Crap Coral. So maybe they'll just take John in his house and put it right in the wind, you know?
Yeah, fuck that bum.
That's where it's going. Crap Coral.
Crap Coral. That's right. Crap
I
Coral.
willed it. I willed it. That's why I'm not worried. I said, just go to Crap Coral.
Yes. Go visit that douche canoe.
Crap Coral. Is it raining yet? I haven't even checked outside.
No, it's not. It's not. We'll get some rain towards the afternoon. It'll be in and out. They're saying the storm. We won't start feeling wind bands until tomorrow afternoonish.
Yeah, well, like I said, I don't think at all it's going to fucking affect anything in Tampa. I really don't. At least where I'm at, I don't think it will.
Yeah, you should be Gucci. You're further.
I really don't. I'm on the East Coast. I'm right on I-4, right where it's claiming it's going to go through across the middle there and rip through Polk County and all that shit. But now it's changed it. It's changed its tune. And 24 years in Florida, 24 years of possible hurricanes to go through, and every time it was a direct hit, it always wound up going to another route. So
Yep, I agree.
And he'll be he's a strong bitch now, and then by the time he gets to here, he's going to be down to a 3, which is still strong. But once he hits that landfall and hits these big buildings, he's done.
Now the storm surge is going to fuck up St. Pete and Clearwater.
Correct, and which they were already messed up. They were already messed. I watched a guy that kind of what a couple people suggested I do. He's like, get out there and film, walk through neighborhoods that have already been. This guy was walking started out in wherever it was damaged along the coastline there. He's walking from town to town, showing all the debris, talking on the hurricane, talking to people that were out there with all their stuff. People had 5 foot of water on the first floor level. So everybody on the first floor level for miles and miles of radius on the beach there, starting in Clearwater Beach, and keep walking north where you go to Clearwater Beach, Indian Rocks Beach, Treasure Island, all that shit. And it just everything that was in their apartments or condos was out on the street because it was all destroyed. And he was taking you there from street to street. He had 9,000 live viewers. He's a guy just like I with a channel.
Hey,
9,000 live viewers at one point.
I mean, it'll happen when you're covering something that is.
He didn't acknowledge the chat at all. He just flowed, never got out of beat with his report as he's walking. He was very good at what he did, but people wanted to ask him questions. They were sending super chats like crazy to this guy, like crazy, and he wasn't even getting to them. He just kept rolling his show, man. And he was reporting and talking to people and getting grabbed. Anybody that was out there would talk to him. Groups of people that were out there that lost everything. And one guy was saying how he didn't realize how there was that much people around him that he could be friends with. They all got together after they lost everything from Helena. Now he's preparing everybody, saying Helena. This is what Helena did. This time would be this guy Milton is going to be fucking way stronger. So those people are already flooded out. They're going to get flooded out again, and this time it possibly could rise to the second floor. So it was ugly. I didn't realize how bad it was down there. So yes, Clearwater, Pinellas County and Pasco County are going to flood so bad that it might not withstand down there. There might be a wipeout with buildings and stuff where people won't recover. So again, that's right on the coastal. That's like we got the Gulf of Mexico, you got the sand, you got the buildings, and then on out beside the building where the street is, the first street that parallels the water. It's for miles and miles. Everybody was flooded out.
Yep, and it's going to be doing it again.
Yeah, so now they get a second hit like this within a week, and they already got destroyed. It's going to kill those buildings. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be ugly. So about here, where we're more inland.
Good morning, Bobby.
And, hey, Bobby, what's up, buddy? We're more inland. I'm more inland. I'm like right behind downtown. Yeah, I'm right. Like if you go east of downtown, which has got massive big buildings and tall buildings and stuff, I don't see it powering through that as good as they think it's going to power through.
What I was watching this morning was showing, you know how it had sections by section of what you expect to feel wind. Well, they're saying Tampa's going to feel anywhere from 60 to 80 miles.
Correct. Correct.
So that there tells me, well, I ain't gotta go.
Right, exactly. But here's the thing: what you did point out yesterday, which some idiot in the chat room who thought he was Mr. Meteorologist said, it's the oceans that rise. Listen, dumb fuck.
No
the oceans
shit,
will
stupid.
rise. No shit. We understand they're going to rise and they're going to kill anything on the coastline. But around where we're at, we're surrounded by water with rivers and canals. You dumb fuck. So those are gonna fucking rise very quickly, and that's where our surges are going to come in. Especially Pasco Pass is going to have 10-foot. I already know people that flooded out that were on the second floor in parts of Pasco. They lost everything. So let me tell you something. That's what we got around us. We got the Hillsborough River, which two things are going to happen. When if that rises to 5, 10 foot, 15 foot, one, we're going to have all the dead bodies that were dumped in there for other cases. If people are looking for bodies, is going to rise. The alligators are going to be all over the fucking street because they're going to rise out of all the rivers, you dumb fucks. So that's going to be our problem: being eaten by alligators. Massive amounts of alligators. Because if they rise, if any river that rises, I guarantee you, major rivers got a lot of big, huge alligators. You know what I'm saying? That are hungry and ready to rip people apart.
And here comes this dipshit.
So that's what we do. That's how it's going to be. So we just, we got, that's our threat. Me being on the second floor and I have a flat roof, which I already have. We have a skip window that'll take in the building that'll take you right to the flat roof. I don't think it would get 35, 40 foot where I'm at. I don't even think it'll get 3 foot. So I mean, I don't know, but if the wind is right and it catches, I got one window, it could break out my window. Or here's the other thing the only thing I worry about is some parts of this roof and one of the apartments is leaks on the roof, and this roof could be weak, so it could rip off that entire peel of the roof, and then we could possibly drown in here because the roof would be taken off. You know what I'm saying? So that's the other thing. So people are just, I'm not worried. I just don't. I've been down this road 24 years in Florida with possible of getting hit with a hurricane. So I'm not gonna move. They say it's time to evacuate. Fuck them. I've been through evacuate. I lived in A zones before. I used to live right on the water in Crystal Beach, and so I was 2 blocks off the water. So, and I didn't evacuate that. So I'm not worried about it. If it's my time to go, it's my time to go. It's just it. I'll put my floaties on and I'll be on the roof. And if it comes up that high, at least I'll be floating, and I'll just be floating, and hopefully an alligator don't fucking eat me. That's all I can say.
You'll be floating down the highway where you go.
That's where I'll be. I'll float my way all the way on down I-4.
The highway where you go.
Right. That's where I'll be. Alligators, but the only way I'll die, I'll probably be an alligator.
Big boss, I'm taking it seriously. I'm monitoring the storm. I've survived plenty of these things. So,
well, I have a case of water. He's asking me
I have until tomorrow afternoon to fully decide if it's going to be more damage than what I'm predicting now.
See, here's where you fail in person. I've been following it. I understand it. I've already know the drill. I've been listening to it for 24 years. Okay, so I really don't give a fuck. I got whatever I got in the refrigerator. A case of water I had from I just got the other day. That this is prior to that's there.
You're lucky. Most people can't even get water.
Yeah, and I just had one that I got last week. So, and then as far as we are going to lose power, I have no doubt about it. Here, losing power is nothing. If the water hits the transformers, it's going to be out bad. It's going to be the wind's going to damage them. We're definitely going to lose power. I got no doubt about that. Last time, 2 years ago, we lost for like almost 7, 8, 9 days. We lost power. I expected it to be at least a week. I don't really give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? As long as I can tread outside, once the fucking power's out, and go to an area that has power, I'll be able to eat. So I'm not worried about it. I personally don't give a fuck. I hope it comes and scoops me up and takes me far, far away from here. You know what I'm saying?
I've got plenty of cans of spaghetti. I've been prepping to the best of my ability. I already know in this drill, whatever's in your fridge, you cook it up the day before and just leave it in a spot where you could just snack on it later in the day.
Yeah, I mean, I should have won
power. It's just a matter of
we're definitely gonna lose power. That one thing I say, most of Florida will lose power. Most of Florida, if it landfalls at 140 miles an hour and hits or 180 miles an hour, whatever it's gonna be when it lands, it's gonna rip transformers. It's gonna destroy all electricity is going to be definitely out throughout Florida. That's why they already declared, what is it? I think almost every, well, not every county, but at least 40 counties are declared a disaster, and it hasn't even hit yet because they know what's going to happen. People are going to have loss of food. So I should have went on that trail with all the stuff that was out on the street, because there were so many gas grills out there, propane gas grills, nice ones out there that people were throwing out. I could have just went out there and fucking got me a couple of them, put them up here in the parking lot, and fucking have been able to cook 3 times a day on the grill. So
yeah,
you know,
but
I
you're
might still go
hoping
out
that
there.
you can get propane tanks to cook on those grills.
Well, I think they had propane tanks on them already. You know,
they could be empty.
Well, they could be, but I'll just keep scouting until I find one that's full. You know,
so
I'll go dumpster diving. I'll hit that fucking every block and block. I saw him on his stream yesterday. He was going place to place. Everybody had a fucking nice gas grill out there. I'm talking some of them were nice. I don't know why they were out there, because it didn't look like they got too much damage. I mean, they're cast iron on most of those fucking good ones. You know what I'm saying? So that's shame on them and good for me. You know. But then the police were all over the place. People were looting. People were picking, and the cops were like coming in batches of 10. You know, so you know I might get down there and grab one of them, and I'm fucking 10 cops on me, tackling me on the ground for a fucking rusty ass fucking grill. You know.
God,
So,
I just love the conspiracy theorists. The government's creating hurricanes.
Yeah,
Boy,
that's right.
What fucking onion did you crawl out of?
Well, at least you recognize the government is a piece of shit, so I'll give you an A for that one. You know, that's a good one. I give you an A for that one. I don't think they're recreating this one, but that don't mean you're not right. It could be. Who knows with the government? Let's see. Is there anything they're covering up, or are they trying to take anybody out? Let's see. That's how you got to measure that.
Look,
you know,
people. Thursday and Friday, there's a serious chance there won't be no show. And if there's no show Monday, well, that's because we're without power. Once there's power, we'll come back.
Well, I got some bad news for you, Lou. I think we're going to be canceling the shows for a while. So
can't cancel me.
I thought very hard and long for a while here. I think I'm going to be taking a long few weeks off. So I just
you can't do that to the business.
Well, I can do it to the business. I'm just it's gonna. I think it's gonna be necessary. So I'm just physically fucking exhausted and mentally fucking worn down from this fucking YouTube shit. So I'm ready to just.
The best thing is, most likely Thursday and Friday we won't be streaming, so that helps to give you a break.
Well, we'll see.
And the best thing about it is, you can't.
I like to take a
phone because you want to save the battery that you have in case your power does go out.
Yeah, well, like I said,
more important things than YouTube.
My wife was smart enough to fucking step out and say, and I think she feels a lot better mentally, not worried about this, and now because I could see it, and I think Spider's a little disappointed, but because he came in last night like, we got to get that stream, and she just kind of smiled, and he goes, and you could produce, you produce it, and I didn't answer him. I just, I haven't told him yet, but I think. I'm going to shut it down. I really think I'm going to for maybe a month. I think, and then I make a decision if I come back. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to tell you that right now. I'm canceling the whole trip out of here for the 20th. It's done. I appreciate all the people that have supported us, but I can't. Here's the thing. It's going to get so bad that I'm going to wind up going to prison because I'm going to wind up hurting somebody bad. You understand? This is where my buttons are pushed to the end. I have already been pushed to it any farther I can push, and that is, I'm saving not just myself, but I'm saving a lot of people that are going to be the path of destruction. That they don't want that. You understand? And my wife saw that for the first time last night and says, "I said they just don't know how they push it. They just you don't know. I know how you haven't seen. I've been with you 10 years. You ain't even seen 50% of what I'm capable of. My anger is, and I'm at that point." And my mother called me yesterday. She sensitive to my voice. She's be the only one to understand. And she says, "You sound like you got a lot of anger in you." And I said, "Mom, all my life as a boy, I love you to death. You taught me a lot of lessons." I go, "But I took a lot of hard beatings." I said, "And yes, I'm ready to just throw in the towel and throw the chips to the main and say it's either going to be me or them." And that's where I'm at. So, and that's where I'm at. And trust me, if you don't believe me, I'm very capable. And I'm a psychotic lunatic. You understand? I say this with all fucking out from my heart to everybody. That I will hunt and hunt till I get my prey and I'm happy. I know what I was taught in life, and I know how I am. And I can't be more serious in life than anything. I won't stop until the few people that I want to devour up, and I don't care where they're at. You don't know me. I've done it. I've jumped on planes just out of the whim. Two of my buddies say, "Where we going? We're going to the state for what? Don't worry about it." I'm that fucking psychotic. Okay, and I don't care. See, I don't care what happens to me. That's the fucking other part. That's the fucking why it makes it fucking even more nuts. I don't care. So because I want to be right, and I don't want to lose friendships, and I don't want to ruin anything here. It's just best that I step down and I just get my mind right, because if I don't, it's past anything of negotiation. That's how I'm going to say it's past that part. Past that part. There's, you know how that not what when the mob would say go see a guy, he owes money, and they say, no, it's past that. You know, it's forget the money. You know, I'm way past that. It's way past of any negotiation. Anybody calming me down, anybody settle me down, anybody trying to talk to me. No more. It's just I can't, and I'm doing everybody a great justice here, and myself most of everything. So
go fuck yourself, DG. Without a wrench, you're banned, bitch.
Yeah, that's not DG. So
no, that's probably Rochi.
Probably. So this guy here. This guy here, this Conway, that's Pace Pill. Let's get rid of his ass too. Those guys are not allowed anywhere near here. So they don't get to come on my channel and say anything. You know, so they're losers, they're punks, and they're assholes. So
you never had a wrench, Ian.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, fuck it. You wanna go on a vacation? Let's go now. Fuck them.
Well, I'll finish the show. I mean, I'll stay on the show, and I'm not saying I can't. I'm just saying that I haven't decided how long it's going to be, and then I'll reevaluate that. But I need to mentally back off for now, for myself, for just the thoughts that I have, you know, and that's not good. I'm being very, very, very humble here. I'm being very professional here. I'm laying my cards out on the table where I'm at, and you only can push a human being so far. You understand? This is any human being. Could be any one of you guys. Could be the same way. Everybody has a pushing point. We all do. Some are more. You know, they could take a lot. They could just keep taking hits. Some people are just patsies that they're all their life they've been the guy that was beat up all the. I've always tried to be a leader, and I have for most of my time because of the fact of all I endured as a young child and all I endured as a young adult, and the things I put myself through and my education. How I educated myself with all the bad things and being an addict, you know, and I have a lot more tolerance today than I would have said 25 years ago, and I'm proud of that because I've trained myself to just say fuck it, ignore it, no more. Not you guys. See, you guys only know half the story. You guys don't know what comes on after, what you don't hear on the internet. How some of them take it to the point where now they're in pleading on me, like they're coming at me privately. And the things they say and the ungodly sick. Because let me tell you something. If the police don't, when the police can't catch a predator or someone that hurts children or someone who hurts women, you know, the only thing you could hope is that at some point they meet their fate. The people that come at me outside the internet, they are not human beings. You understand? Because if you knew what they do and what they say, you would fucking be sick to your stomach, especially if you got children and grandchildren, and especially if you got a wife. And you really, all kidding aside, and you're one of the greatest people that love jokes and laughs, but then you fucking listen to this for months in, days in, months out, and what they say and the streams they go to, you would fucking be sick to your stomach. I promise you that. So I don't care to be the funniest guy in the world, you know, and I'm just not the guy I'm not the guy to do it with. I'm just not because I come from a time where I believe in loyalty. I believe in honesty. I believe in, you know, an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. That's how I believe. You attack me that way, I'm coming 20 times harder. You come at me with a knife, I'm coming at you with something else. That's how I believe, and that's how I will always be in life. No one can change anybody's personality. Yes, I've always admitted when I took things out of content or I could lighten up, and I made every adjustment I could for everybody. I've done everything everybody's asked of me to do, and nobody understands what these evil, non-human piece of garbages who need not to be put in jail, not to be fucking. They need to be put down like a dog. You understand? Like a wounded horse. You understand? That's what they need. That's the simplest of civilization I can tell you. That's what they need. Truly need that. And they want to dance for real. They got the right guy. They got the right Clint Eastwood here. Okay, they got the right Dirty Harry. They got the right Charles Bronson here. They got him. And I say that with all respect to everybody. So
I'll keep the show going on Rumble with music only.
So it's just and
me and Mike.
I love this so much. I love this so much, and love to make friendships, and love to have kicking around in the chat room with you, and enjoy all the loyal people that are here. We don't have much, but we do have a small group of loyal people that I love to death. Love to death. Okay, and there he goes. This guy doesn't listen. Look at yourself. I am talking about myself. You understand that? I'm talking to. Okay.
What are you talking about?
No, I didn't say I was quitting my police show. I'm just saying that Cattle on TV. I'm not gonna. I will talk to John, and maybe I'll step back, but I won't do that because it's too new. I have an obligation. I will be on Bob Levy's today, but after Bob Levy, as far as being a guest at anybody's show, that would be it's 86 forever. Even if I was to stay, I will not be doing shows anymore. I do not have to entertain. I do not have to feed into anything. But it's time. You don't understand. I'm trying to explain something to you guys in an adult fashion here, where I'm at in life. You understand? And it's just Charlie motherfucking Bronson said, they ripped that man apart and took his wife and his daughter. And where do you go? You understand? And this is how they violate these ignorant people that act like horses who want to be taken down. They want it. And here's the problem. It'll be like beating a fucking baby fucking horse. They'll be crying and sniveling so bad. Just when you get in their presence, they'll be begging on their hands and fucking knees. I promise you that. I've seen it in real life. I've seen it. I've seen people go after guys that had the mouth and had owed money. And when you finally get in a room with them, they're on their pissing their pants and they're fucking begging. I've seen it. You understand? I've seen it. Trust me. It's no fun when a human being is begging and pleading for his life. You understand? So it's a sad thing when then you go, where's the tough guy at? Where's the tough guy at now? And I'm trying to be a human being about this, that you only can push a person to its limits. Some have higher limits, some have very weak limits. I got to say, all my difficulties in life and all my wrongs and faults and all my stupidness is I take full accountability for anything that I've done, all my actions. I take full responsibility for that. You understand? And I wound up making peace with a lot of people. I've met a lot of great people. Some I really met and I talk regularly. Hello, Turbs. Good morning, sir. I'll get to your message in a minute, sir. Good to see you here, buddy. And like I always say, I'm my own worst nightmare. Trust me, I understand that. There's nobody more of a nightmare to me than myself. You understand? I've always said that. I've always been accountable, but I come from an era that I pride myself in two things: loyalty and honesty. I've always tried to be that to the best of my ability. You understand? And whether I felt something was wrong or right, like when I went and lied to the police or to the federal agents, I thought it was the moral thing to do. If you love the person that you take vows with, you stand up for that person to death do you part. That's what my vows were. No matter what the consequences are, whether it's death, whether it's going to jail, prison, whatever. And I did the right thing as a husband. You understand? And I would do it 10 times over again. You understand? I'm not an easy person to live with. I'm a difficult person because of all my tragedies that I've self-inflicted on myself. You understand? So that alone, that I never really went. I wasn't a guy that believed in airing my laundry out to a stranger on a couch. I didn't believe going to group into rehab when I was in the helm of my being an addict. I wanted to quit for many years, but I didn't want to go talk to a bunch of strangers. I didn't believe that, but I believe when you make a friend and you look that friend and the person in the eye and you say it's friendship for life, the death do us part in a friendship, I backed up everybody. Like a strong word used by a lot of people growing up. Your enemies become my enemies. That's a true statement. When I made friends with somebody and the loyalty was there, their enemies became my enemies. My friends became their friends, and that's how it was. And I lived by that code my whole life. You understand? I could have been dead already at 25. I could have been killed. I could have overdosed. I did overdose 3 times in my life, severely bad. The second and third one. The third one was lights out. The second one was very close. The first one, it was just a little slap, but God gave me a little slap but he put me down. I went down for the count, but I recovered pretty quickly. Second time, I had to be revived. The third time, I was already on the slab. You understand? So I learned to change things then. But as an addict, I always, when you're young and you're still not ready to give up being an addict, you get vices. You just substitute one for another. I knew the whole time. I convinced myself for 20 years, I need this. I can't function without it. I programmed myself to that, which was the dumbest thing I ever do. It cost me everything of my life by not being smart. You understand? Am I an educated man when it comes to books? Hell no. Did I care? Hell no. Can I spell? No. I could read pretty good, but I can't spell. I don't know how to I don't know nothing about sentences or making or punctuation. I couldn't tell you one iota what should go into, I guess, or my wife helps me, or Grammarly or whatever. I never cared. It wasn't my forte. I had my hand at too many things, but the main thing is, when I looked, no matter who was my enemy, no matter who I fought with, there was only one person I couldn't beat. There was one person I couldn't beat, no matter what I tried, and that was myself. When I looked in the mirror, always the odds were against me, because I was fighting the one person that I needed to not fight. You understand? And I've been like that my whole life, and I've been through hell. And a lot of stuff, I'll say 20% of the stuff in my life I didn't deserve. It was just because I was just a victim. You understand? But anything that aroused from me being arrested or anything of me being in trouble is my own doing. I've never pushed it off it's because of my child. Never did I do that. Never. I used to have friends who say, we were hell as kids. You're fucking an adult. You got your own family. Don't even bring it up anymore. Don't put the blame on your mom and dad. You had piece of shit parents like I did. Who cares? We both made it out of there. I've always been a practical man. I've always been a simple man. Did I respect money? No, I never respected money. I'll tell you right now, for 30 years of my life, I didn't have one iota of respect for a woman, especially after what I went through with my mother. I couldn't look at a woman and respect her. I thought they were all pigs. You understand? I treated them like that's how I treated them. You understand? That's how I truly treated them. Okay? I thought when I first was in love, I wasn't in love for 25 years. I thought it was true love, but it wasn't. You understand? It wasn't. I fooled myself. But I love my kids, so I wouldn't leave their side. And I stay with my kids to this day. I got a great relationship with all my kids. You understand? There's kids I've never even talked about my oldest daughter, who is one of the brilliantest people in this world, and her husband, and my grandkids. My first grandson just went off to college. My first grandchild to ever go off to college. You understand? My daughter is so educated and does no wrong, does no bad, and don't even swear in front of her kids. And told me, if you can't be in your grandkids' life all the time, you're not going to be in their life at all. And when her mother passed away, this is the mother of my first 3 children. She died at 58 years old. She was the same. She was worse than me. She was an alcoholic since the time I met her at 14 years old. And then she died of cirrhosis of the liver at 58. And my youngest son, who tore him up very badly, he went back to take care of his mother. I don't talk about him. So the only ones I've ever talked about really is Dominic, pretty much, and Heather. You understand? And Savannah, who passed away. You understand? And the ungodly things what people say about someone that can't defend themselves. And I look at myself in the mirror the other day and I said, Turbs is so right. How can I fucking belittle myself to fucking go even in that fucking fat motherfucker's face? How could I do that to myself, my family? How could I dishonor my daughter like that for a guy that was so fucking desecrated to my daughter? You understand? You guys just don't know. You don't know what they do and how I just want to fucking just rip their fucking eyeballs out. And they got the right guy to do it because I don't care. I don't care if it comes down to that. You understand? I don't. I'm built to do that if I need to. And I don't want to be like that. I stop myself. I got to stop myself. And I'm the only one that can stop myself. It's got to be me now. I got to step up and be a man, and I got to just back off, and I just got to think clearly and think like a man is supposed to think, okay? And just take a step back and take a couple breaths. I mean, look, I'm running my fucking house on the ground for what? For what? And you guys have no idea how much the love I have for doing what I do here. You really don't. So, I mean, that's pretty much all I got, you know. So, but I wish peace and stability for every human being out here, you know. And I just want people to understand that some people got a great life, some people work hard for a great life, some people are great family people, some people are great, real good fathers and real good grandpas, and some are just straight piece of shit. But what kills me is when a human being can do the horrendous things and attack you with when they got little children at home, and how do they go to that dinner table, look at their child in the eye, knowing what they do to people out here? I just couldn't do it. I would put a gun to my head and blow myself away. I would do that. I would just take my own life. If I can go talk about a little kid and say things that is being said, and the things that come out, what my thought process is when I'm drinking. Do you understand? If a person is that drunk and thinks those thoughts, that's what he really is. And people worship this fucking person, and it makes me sick. He's not even a fucking human being. He thinks he is. You know what the problem is? No one's gave a fucking enough to go slap that motherfucker across the face and hem his ass up. You understand? Well, guess what? He met his fucking he met his time, because if I don't step away, it's going to be bad for two people in this world, me and him. That's it. That's what's going to be.
Exactly.
Thank you.
You want to keep going?
You go ahead. I'll be back in a few minutes.
Care to comment? What would you like me to comment on? Hot Turbs, I mean, this is... Tell us a joke. I don't tell jokes. I don't care if the filter stinks. Well, these are Joey's demons. You know, he lets the chatters get to him, and it is what it is. I can't control how he feels. So it's something that has to be done on his part. It is something, you know, that we just have to move with. Yeah, I know I'm on Dabbler Nation. Would you like to come on? Since you're so godly powerful and and entertaining, because you know I suck so bad. I just don't. I'm just like Joey. I really don't give a fuck. I don't need no one watching me. I've got better things to do.
Hey, there's really no comment Lou can make. I mean, Lou is him, and like I said, none of us claim to be comedians and funny. I mean, we never did that. We both get along exceptionally well. Lou and I have a lot in common, and just the fact that we off the camera we're becoming good friends, and we're normal. We're normal to each other. Lou's never been in trouble with the law. Lou is a pretty simple guy. He's a very nice guy. He's always smiling, and you know, he's good conversation, and he's always welcome here, and you know, I'm just glad that you know, that I followed back up with him, like I knew when I started building a friendship with him the very first time around. I knew that at best we could always be friends. I never said we could. I didn't know if we could make it doing something together here. I enjoy streaming with him. I will always stream with him. I don't care who likes it. I don't care if the show it don't make anything. I never cared about that. I cared about just doing something I finally enjoyed, something that was healing my pain slowly but surely. But unfortunately, because I've not been in some people's eyes a Joe Q citizen, But the problem is, here's the thing: is everybody has skeletons. Everybody is not perfect. There's a lot of people that attack you that you find out they're way better, way off with a criminal record than you are, and But if you're legitimately a person that is funny, and I'll use Rocco as an example, who I think the world of, who I think is a really good guy. He's a good human being, and he's got talent, and he's created something. Like he said the other day, he said, he just don't believe in turning on the mic and coming on and just not being prepared. He's one of the most prepared people. He's very good at what he does. I've always, from day one when he came on the internet, I was a fan, and people, there's a lot of people that don't understand a lot of things. A lot of people just don't understand that to them, everything is one joke after another. That's fine. I respect that. I really do. But you gotta somebody sit back and take that there is seriousness in life, and no matter what. And this Dabbleverse is a one big bomb. I mean, it's like an atomic bomb, and when it goes off, I don't know what's going to happen. I can't predict what's going to happen. But I don't see it being too good. I don't see. It's turning into developments, and every day it turned into, yes, you're going to find new players, and you're always going to find more talent. But it's evil. Here's the pride, saturated with evil, lots of evil. This Dabbleverse, the devil has a strong hold on, and that's not a good thing. And that's the reality of life. It's creating everybody to be in a place that I don't think a lot of people want to be at. I'm sure. I remember hearing Quadfather talking one day how this internet absorbed him to take his soul from him. And that it just over the last short 2 years, how it just easily took his soul. And when I first met Quadfather, he's one of the wonderful guys. We're good friends now. We talk, and I'm talking. We started talking, and we're civil to each other. And we had a little falling out, but I remember him saying those exact words, how it took his soul, how it just changed him. It's true because of the evilness that's in here. Some people are professionals. I mean, the Jashulis, the Brennans, the B Dabblers, the people, the Chad Zumaks, even Chad Zumak was a professional. You understand? These guys are all seasoned people. Bob Lee, all these guys are comedians. This is what they do. This is their living. This is their life. You understand? And those are the ones that you hope to get the best funny out of and make you guys happy. And then you got guys like me that come along that yes, is a very likable person. People grow on me, and they wind up really seeing that I'm a good guy. But I've never claimed. I work hard. I do. I try to do something. And people say, you got it. This is great. But now you got rid of Kahuna. I didn't get rid of nobody. It was just something that didn't work out. You understand? And people say, well, Lou's been on this a long time on this internet, and I don't think Lou's ever cared about a show being to the top or certain things. He's a guy that just likes doing this as well, and likes to just share things with people and have good conversation or talk about things. And yes, it's for the people that are true fans of this Dabbleverse. They don't like it. That I understand that, but you can't get out of this fucking thing. You can't, because they're gonna follow you no matter where you go and what area you go into. It's too late. That's the thing. I either gotta disappear if I want no part of the Dabbleverse and just stay away, and maybe someday come back and the Dabbleverse will be gone, and a lot of people will be doing other things, and then reinvent myself to what I wanted to do originally. I don't dislike none of you. I don't have no hatred, deep hate for you guys. I don't. I despise the bad eggs that are bad, that are not human. They don't show any human side at all. And there are people in this world that are like that. I don't know if some people in this world haven't encountered really bad people like that. I have. I've been around some of the worst people that they didn't care. I mean, I know guys that were gang leaders that they have just wiped out a fucking entire fucking neighborhood. You understand? And without even remorse, and they can sit down and eat a steak dinner and they don't care. I cherish human life. I really do. I believe violence is always the last resort, but sometimes you only can push a man so far. The bottom line is today's society, women are the strength. That women are CEOs. Women are backbone to everything, just like men today. And it's a lot of it. A lot of the high-powered men, they don't accept that. They don't like that. It was always a man's world. The man supports. The man is the dominant one. The man is the power. It's not like that anymore. You got fucking women running criminal empires that are more ruthless than any man. I always said if a woman gets in to be president, look out. She's going to be more ruthless than any male president there ever was, because she'll push the button. She'll really push the button where a male will hesitate. She won't. They're more ruthless and evil by far, and a way stronger than any man a woman is. They bear children. You understand? They're made to be mopped around and kicked around like many men do, and they're strong and resilient, and they are they are way better. Without a good woman, no man can succeed the proper way. So I give them a lot of credit, but today's society is different. I'm a dinosaur in this society because my way of thinking is so old-fashioned, and I'm the last of the era of before we get into this new generations of the new thinking. I'm the last of that era. You understand? My people born in the 60s. When we go, we're the last of the toughest guys around. You understand? And I'm not just talking tough fighting. I'm talking tough, just mentally and tough. But as you get older, and hereditary, if you got anything craziness in your family, it is hereditary. It is genes. It is all the mental abuse you put on yourself. I don't blame anybody for anything in my life. I've never been like that. I was, like I said, I sat there as I one by one as I become an adult, and I fought off my enemies and made it safe surrounding around for my family. And I looked in the mirror every day, and I said, no wonder I'm backsliding all the time. I'm fighting the guy in the mirror that I don't take serious, or he's the guy that destroys me. Every time it's me. I destroy myself. It's my choices. I'm the way I'm built. And it's just a lot of guys. I've connected with a lot of people on here that have went through the same similar childhoods, who was a victim of a father beating them, a drunk father beating them, or had a bad way upbringing, or people that were that were victims of whatever, and of violence. And one thing I could say, I didn't have a normal Christmas. I didn't have a normal Thanksgiving. When mine was fist fighting and people hurting each other, or people drinking, and when people went into a bloodbath every holiday as a kid. I didn't see nothing good. You understand? Nothing good. So I always tried to do. That's why I'm not that very good around holidays. I was always quiet. I wasn't chipper, but I still had children that they loved it. They believed in Santa Claus. They believed in the Tooth Fairy. By the time I was 8 years old, man, all I wanted to do was be powerful and play baseball and then and be able to take care of myself and take what was mine. And I got very big lessons at a young age when I got bullied until it was, thank God I had the mother I had, the strong woman that she was. Yes, I had to take a lot of lumps, but she fixed that problem real quick for me. And she always said to me, you better learn how to fight now. You better fucking learn how to defend yourself, and you better be a leader, because if you go any other route in life, you're going to be such a small little shit. Everybody will take a piece of your ass every day. You understand? If you don't listen to me. And when I wouldn't listen, she would beat it into me. When I come home from a bully, she would take me and drag me by my hair down there to beat the shit out of that person, and wouldn't let me stop until I pounded him in the ground. And it took a few, me still getting my ass whipped, and she would say, get back up right now and fucking go now at it again, until I started making weight. She wanted me to physically hurt somebody. I mean, literally draw blood and put them in a hospital at 8, 9 years old. That's how you get respect, she says, and that's how you will stop the bullying. And it did. It worked. And I got to an age where I was susceptible to the white collar scams. And I started doing I guess I sold bicycle insurance at fucking school. If that ain't beat all, I said at fucking whatever age I was, 9, 10, 11 years old, selling bicycle insurance and successful at it. I mean, that was one of the all-time greatest schemes a kid could ever fucking pull off. And I was proud of that. But am I really proud of it today? No, I'm not. But at the time when I had nothing, what was I really hurting? $2 a week from each kid that some of them had it, and they were dumb enough to give it to me. I was just out-talk them. I was just more suavier than them. And I targeted all the fat fucking kids. That's what I did. So the ones that were always getting bullied and wanted somebody like me that would be their friend. You know, they would pay me to be their friend because I was the cool kid and cool because I could, you know, I don't let nobody pick on me. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, so was I wrong? Wrong? You damn right I was wrong. If I could find some of those people that I did it to, I would call them up and apologize to them and tell them if I gave them any trauma from that, I'm sorry. You know, I never wanted to be a bad. I never wanted my children to follow my footsteps. My sons will tell you, when they started talking like that, I would tell them, listen to me. Don't ever let me hear you say you want to emulate me. There's nothing good about me. You understand? Nothing good about me, what I do. Do not get an education. I preached it and grinded it in my kids every day. Every day. And I'm not the perfect parent, but I'll be here every step of the way for you. And if you ever by chance get in trouble, I didn't say you're not going to be tough, you're going to be smart. I say just stay in school, educate yourself. Life will come to you good. Don't find women at a fucking crack house. Don't find women at a fucking bar. You find good women. You find good women that come from good homes. Preachers, women, and then church is not always the best place either, because there's so many fucking people there that are wolves in sheep's clothing. So you get fooled a lot there. But in my era growing up, you had a lot more child molestation. You had a lot of guys that hurt children. You had a lot of serial killers that were into that. Very big in the 60s, 70s, and part 80s. So it was a different era. Today, it's more people expressing themselves who they really are. People, the community coming out with people are gay or women are lesbian. It's accepted today. In my time, you couldn't even come out and say anything like that. Forget it. They made movies of it where people that were trying to come out and they were different from people, and you respected that. But if there was hate for that, you know, and people would get killed over that. Where today it's accepted, and they're the strongest part of the world today. You understand? Wonderful people. I have a lot of people, friends that are gay and lesbian that I think the world of. You understand? And then the color, but black people, you know, I told some of my black friends 10, 15, 20 years, I'm sick of listening to you cry about what happened hundreds of years ago. Get off it. I had nothing to do with slavery. I had nothing to do with that. I like you for you. I don't care about your color, you know, and they got a chip on their shoulder. And that's the one thing I don't like. You understand? It's not right. You weren't even here. What do you care? You know, build something for your future now. And yes, it was wrong. But Lincoln got killed for it, for freeing the slaves. He got killed for it. You understand? So life has to be hard. And there's a lot of good people here that are so educated and that are just hardworking people that enjoy this because this is their outlet. This is what they like. You know, maybe they wanted to be a comedian, but they just couldn't get there. But they'll enjoy it. I mean, you got to give the plugs and the reel to the people like Brennan and Shuley and even John. Man, I mean, John has failed at everything, but at least he's entertaining. You know, you got to give it to Bob Levy, who is a wonderful person. You know, Chad Zumock, I don't know the guy. I really never talked about him. He really never talked about me, maybe once or twice, because a lot of people were telling him that we should do Sugar. I would love to have done a show with Chad. I respect the fact that he don't. I'm a nobody. I don't got no comedic skills. I got no background or portfolio to even come close to. He's a piece of garbage too, but he is a 20-year comedian, somewhat successful. He makes a living at it. He puts bread on the table. Ray DeVito, one of the nicest guys I've ever met, who's all fucked up in the head. You understand? But he's one of the nicest human beings you ever could meet. You know, and Zen and Mike Morse and Joe, producer, who's a wonderful person, a wonderful husband. You know, you see this in people, and some of the fans that are pretty brutal on here that are real good at being funny or chopping you off at the knees. And some of them came up to me. They were men, and I didn't like you. I thought you were a piece of garbage. Meeting you and watching you interact here, you're not a bad guy, man. I shook my hand and said, I can tell you this. I'm for Joey C being successful, and talk to me. And every time they come my chair, would say, bro, you really impressed me. I was just being me. Yeah, I go off the cock here and handle here, and sometimes I get myself where it's fun and people like to see me. But you know, I don't want to be like that. I don't want to jump on somebody and judge them because they say a few things in the chat room that I like. And I was guilty of that. And when I would apologize. You know, I evaluated the whole Turbs McGurk situation, and I look at Turbs really never came at me any way in a brutality way or in a sick way or ever said anything harmful about anything except me. You understand? He pointed out, and when he tried to talk to me, he got on shows with Ray, and he tried to, can we just talk civil for a minute? Hear me out. And I wouldn't do it. My ego and pride was too much like fuck you. I don't need to talk to you, piece of shit. I just doomed him like that, you know? And he finally just walked away and said, you know what, this guy's hopeless. You know, a lot of people have done that. But then I sat down and I think, and I'm like, that guy didn't deserve that. You know, he really didn't. You know, he's entitled to his opinion. And then I got to just study him a little bit, and I just felt compelled, whatever drove me into that Discord, to talk to a few people that I did. I meant it from the bottom of my heart, and I'm hoping sincerity on his end, at least we're civil, and that he does have some type of respect for me. I mean, a lot of people could just be playing along with me and trying to be my friend. I hope Kinky Cataloco is sincere. Guys like that who came over, Doom, and guys like that who I've had arguments with. I hope those guys are really sincere and at some point really think I'm not a bad person. I can't swear by it, but they seem to be treating me very nice and like a human being, and I'm grateful for that. You know, so I really am. And if I ever offended anybody in the wrong way, I from the bottom of my heart, I'm sorry. I have no tolerance, and I explode very fast. It's shame on me. I have always had a problem controlling my anger, always, and it's because that's what I was taught, to have no tolerance and no mercy.
So if I offended you, I don't give a fuck. You could go fuck yourself anyway.
Hang on a second. I think this is important. Hang on.
Joey has an important call. Now I can jump in and say, fuck all of you. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. I don't care. Fuck you. Oh, why doesn't Lou step in? Because you know what? A man is pouring out his heart. He's opening up to you degenerate fucknuts. And you can't take it. What did I walk into? You walked into hell. Turbs, I never pushed Kai out. Please don't spread that narrative. Kai decided to step away for his own personal reasons that I don't know. Maybe he just needed time away. And when he wants to, he'll come back. Lou, I'm going to come see you and spit in your face. Oh, thank you, Greg. I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait to be spit on. Oh, my God, it'll be raining. Hallelujah. Lou, what's happening? Can you try not to smack your lips? I don't want to. You know what? I wish there was a Jabba the Hutt filter. I would do Jabba the Hutt. Oonka boonka. Turbs, looks like a bootleg. No, Rocco, he has to buy the store brand that comes in plastic bags. Oh, what did I miss there? I don't know what Mason talks about. Lou, if you weren't doing this every morning, what would you be doing to waste an hour or two? None of your business. Don't worry about what I do. You know what? I'd be fucking your wife. Raw dog, doggy style. Making her take all 12 inches of my dick. Joey's back.
God. Wow. Wow, Lou, what did I miss here?
Rocco wanted to know what I would be if I wasn't doing this. What would I be doing to waste an hour or two? So I let him know I would be fucking his wife, raw dog, doggy style, giving her 12 inches of this dick, making sure she can't walk after I'm done.
Wow, that's pretty brutal.
Like, I leave his kids out of it because his kids are young. They don't deserve.
Yeah, I wouldn't associate myself with you if you start dogging on his kids, man. I'd be honest with you. That would be the one way that you would would never speak. You know, so I just don't believe in that. I don't care if they're even part of the dabble. Child don't know, man. The child
here's the thing,
at all costs. You know,
with this fucking chat, that you know, some of them are great. They're really inspired by what you're saying. You know, we got 10 minutes left because Joey's leaving to go do Bob Levy. So I'm going to say this for you degenerate, cockface, monkey, no good pieces of shit. If the man wants out of the fucking Crackle Barrel verse, why do you got to keep trying to bring him back in? He doesn't entertain you fuckers that way. Let the man live. Let him do what he likes. But no, you fucknuts have to come in here and always be like, oh, entertain us, entertain us, entertain us. Be more comedic, be more comedic. You know what? We've stated since we've gotten together, we are not funny. Yes, EFS, I am not entertaining or whatever. I don't give a fuck. There's the difference. Me and this man here are of the same cloth, literally. Shit that he thinks, I think. How dare you offend monkeys? I'm sorry, Gaseous. I don't offend you. I'm just tired of these sorry sacks of shit who fucking come in here, be more funny, do this, do that. How about you fucking go and worry about yourself? Let us do us. And if you don't like it, don't come here. Yeah, I don't have talent. I never stated I have talent. That's the difference. I like to bounce off of Joey when we decide to have an actual conversation about something we both like. But lately, we're always stuck talking about some fucking Mongolian idiot who calls himself clown, or this other fucking dumb fuck who sticks his arm up a puppet's ass and talks to a camera because he wants to be funny, or other idiots who want to say I have no teeth, but you know what? At least my teeth never fell out on a camera, and I'm only missing one. You know, my wife heard that yesterday. She was ready to come up in here and start flipping the script. That's the type of bitch I got, a motherfucking ride or die. She will put all you uneducated pieces of shit in y'all place. But I won't let her. Because I don't need her involved with you fucking donkey face fuck puppets.
I just want to, say something on the part here. And like I said, I'm smart enough to just say that the only one that could stop me from going down these bad paths is me. So, and it might not be a month, and maybe I just need a good 2 weeks off where I don't even, I'm literally going to put the computer away. I might even just put my cell phone away and just keep it on to answer to my children, and my mother. I just need this. I have to reassess my life here. And it's not, I'm not trying to take anything away from the people that have supported. I'm just asking you that I need this, and I'm sorry, and I'll be back, and I'm not taking the channel down. I have an obligation, a commitment to the Sunday thing with the other guys I have to do, but I got to do Bob Levy today. But as far as me coming on every day and doing these shows, I have to take a mental break and step back and just learn to appreciate some things that the blessings I do have and the friendships that I have started. And you guys are more than welcome that do talk to me and to continue to call me. I don't want you to stop that or texting me, or we can still talk off the air. And I encourage that. I believe, Turbs, that you had my phone number before. That's the same number that I have there. If and I'll help you get that card that you were talking about. I know I have to address that. Let me see if I can still get to it. He was trying to get I know Kinky found them. I know that the one guy sold out of them. Not that I'm popular, that people buying the sets, and I'm part of the set. So, that's where they're out. There's a couple guys that the one I have here is and I used to have 100 of each, because they always give you a stack of yours that's come when the photographer's done with this and they're printed wherever they use the printing. When they give you one, like a couple sets, but they always give you like 100 cards because you're in there, and I can't find. They were gone, but this is the only one I got left. That's literally the only one I have left that's physically here. Otherwise, I have pictures and stuff that I have of it. But the one Turbs likes is the one with the Detroit one. That's the one Kinky has. And Dr. Chow bought a lot of them up. I think he bought a few of them up. And I looked in the line, and that one site it still shows it, but I think he's out. But I could reach out to the Lakeland Flying Tigers, and I'm sure they probably have a few things put away. And if I could help Turbs get one, I won't charge them. I'll just give it to them. For me. But unfortunately, this is the only one I got of me. It's a memory for me. So I just can't part with it right now. But but maybe I don't know. Sometimes it's good to give something to people out of from your heart, and just to be kind. And I'm all for that. So, but I just Turbs. I think I missed it. Sorry about that, Turbs. I got talking. You had put the post on about that. If you could repost that, I'll put it up there and address it before we go. But I do have to go. I got to come in with Bob Levy. I'm very honored that Bob asked me to come on. I have been asked Bob one time. I was just waiting to say, "Damn, Bob," you know. In my mind, I'm like, "Damn, Bob, when are you going to have me on?" And then all of a sudden, he just said, "Hey, you available next?" I knew Bob would have me on, but I'm not going to bother him, you know, and ask. I don't do that, you know, or hound him. When I talk, I've never asked Bob to let me come on. I never even questioned him. Say, "Wait, Bob," you know. He finally said, "Hey." Something in his heart said I need to be on the air with Joey C, and it's gonna be different because I'm usually on the air because I'm there because Shuli's is at the helm and Bob's the second in command. This is gonna be Bob and me, and this is gonna be fun. I'm gonna, you know, I'm gonna enjoy it for whatever I'm gonna be on, maybe an hour or so, you know. Chad, I just text you, buddy. I forgot you were away on your business. I did forget. I apologize for bothering you with that. If that was really you, Steve, I didn't mind that you called me. What bothered me is if you're going to call someone at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning and try to be funny, and you were not disrespectful. You weren't saying sick things. You were just, I think, you had a few too many, and you were just kind of trying to goof on me a little bit. And I was appreciative of that. But what got me angry is be a man. I mean, just, you know, you could give me a first name. You know, I answered the phone. I didn't hang up on you one time. You know what I'm saying? So. You kept hanging up after 5 or 10 minutes and called me back, you know, but then you did call it and said, "I'm sorry for what I did and have a good night." I mean, you didn't really do that. I answered the phone. I mean, I got a lot of people to call me. Some I don't, but I do. I mean, I'll try to answer it first. And if you're kind and not being, you know, I don't care what you say to me. I really don't. I mean, I laugh at that because, you know, it just bounces off me with that. But you were respectful to my. You got mad at me if you said you didn't approve of me having a spat with my wife on the IRL. You thought I was very rude to her, but she was twice as rude to me. So that's what husbands and wife do. You have spats. You know, she picked at me and I picked at her. It was no big deal. You know, once it was done, we didn't hold a grudge or get mad and didn't talk. We were laughing about it an hour later. You know, it's just, you know, it happens. But for the most part, we have a lot of serious arguments over stupid shit. We really do. Stupid shit. I mean, some of the shit that we get spat about is dumber than fucking boxer. I don't even know why we even got to that point, but it's just our nature. We're both Sagittarius, and we're both got to have the last word. And that's where me and her lies with our arguments, because I won't shut up and she won't shut up. And it was just like going back and forth, like, what? One of us got to break here. Otherwise, this is going to go into escalate to a bad thing. And so, you know, she'll just say, "Shut the fuck up and don't say another fucking word." You know, and I'm like, okay. And I finally just say, "All right, you're right. I'm just going to say no more," you know. And I have to. She's not going to do it. So I love her for that, because she's the one person that could put me in my place and say, and I love it. I don't disrespect her for that. I think it's wonderful that she could control me like that. My mother couldn't control me like that, and she's figured a way how to. So that's wonderful for her. Good for her. You know what I'm saying? And that makes me even more respectful to her, because she's the one person that could, and not by yelling at me, just by being stern and just time me out like a kid. You know what I'm saying? So I need that too every once in a while, you know. But I'm one of those guys. I like to get the last word all the time. So I can't change that. So I try it. I'm working on it. But you know, I don't know how much time you got in life. If I do, you know, you lose a lot. You don't get as much time as you like to in life. And but hopefully you do, and you can accomplish all those little things and break through those little things. I try. Trust me, I'm trying. I'm trying.
Whipped.
So, no, I'm not whipped. It's that I get to the point where I just won't shut up. I won't give in. And you know what? Why shouldn't I give in to my wife? I'm gonna give in to anybody. It's gonna be the woman that I lay next to, right? The woman that cooks for me, the woman that does my clothes for me, the woman that makes love to me. Why if I don't do it for her, then I'm a selfish piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? So I have to be the better person there. You know what I'm saying? So it's the right thing to do. So, you know, she lets me go with my dumb ideas, like coming on the internet for the last 18 months, 14 month video. She as much as she thought I was ridiculous, you know, she was cool with it. So,
Big Dabbler, we fucking know there's a hurricane coming.
No,
we've taken the preparation flight. Go fuck yourself, you fucking.
We're gonna go. I'm gonna do Bob Levy's, and then we're gonna get in the vehicle. And we're gonna go hit some stores, and hopefully we can find a few supplies that we need. I got batteries. I got all kind of flashlights. I got all that. I got water. I got canned goods. I got, you know, I like to get a grill. I think if a grill and if it don't flood that bad, at least I got a grill to cook. We're gonna lose power. There's no doubt. But I still think I'm in the safest place as high up as I am. So I'm not worried about that. Listen, if it's my time, it's my time. There's nothing I could change that course if that's going to happen today or tomorrow. If it's coming and I'm one of the people on the list to go, I can't change that. It's already in stone. You understand? I could, and that's a fact how I feel. So I can't change what he might be in store for anybody tomorrow. I can't. So I don't know that. Nobody knows that. It could just be, I can't swim. So if it floods and it's lights out, I'll tell you, Christina can't swim. There's not a person. Juan just told us he can't swim. So we're fucked. You understand? If we are fucked, we're drowning, all of us, the whole house. So, so.
You're in a house full of people who can't fucking swim?
Not one of us, no.
Jesus fucking Christ. Lucky for me, I'm a manatee, so I can float and still swim. Right,
I
Rocco?
probably went up to survive for maybe 10 minutes. I know how to float, and I learned the basic, but I don't have the strength. The thing is, you got to have strong legs. You got to, especially when you're for life situation. 5 minutes, I'd be done. I'd be drained, and I'd be all over. I look up at the sky, say, God bless you, and I go under, and I'd be all over. So I'd be where eels would be eating my eyeballs. I got to go though. Bob Levy, I got to figure out how he sent me the link. Again, from the bottom of my heart to all you guys, if I've had any problem with you guys in any way, shape, or form, the ones that gave me a chance to get to know me, you did the right thing because I am a true friend. Like I said, the people that have come over and been kind to me, the ones that were kind of, didn't like me at first, I hope it's real and sincere as much as it is on my part. For the most part, I got to say, I think it is. I believe it is. I could be wrong. But at best, we became civil. I will, Terms. I'll watch you. I will. Like I said, I can do the basic, but I couldn't save a life. I don't think I could save a human being. That's what it would be about, to swim enough to save someone's life, right? I couldn't do it. I was honest to my wife. She goes, I can't save you. I can't. She's panicked. She's gonna panic if that happens. She will. And then my brother-in-law, who's got a lot of, he's got Parkinson's. He might have a heart attack, in the midst of it. So, and he's in physical shape, like the best. I mean, he's 10 years younger, but I don't think he'll be able to do it. But I think if I really feel it's going to hit him, which I don't think we're good. I think we're in a good place. But if it does, I'll be on the road.
Joey, you'll be fine.
Yeah, I believe I'm okay. Been through this 20, but thank you guys again. I'm just grateful.
Maybe tomorrow,
like
Mike, we'll go over and have a Rumble party. Joey wants to take time off. I'll keep the show rolling.
Well, I mean, Lou, I think I'm going to shut the channel down for at least the rest of the week. And if you want to, we'll talk about you. If you want to go on Rumble starting Monday, but me, I'm taking for sure 2 straight weeks off. I have to, and I'm just going to put it to bed and rethink. And I'm not even going to watch shows. I'm putting my computer away. I'm covering it. I'm not turning it on. I have nothing that I need that important to do that can't wait. Do you understand? So I got to mentally fix myself here. Otherwise, I'm going to go down the wrong tube, and I don't want to do that. I deserve to be able to grow old and be the best man I could be now in my life for my family and my grandkids. So, but for anybody that I became friends with, you guys can contact me. I will not, I'll still take phone calls if you just want to say hi or see or just to talk. I'm here. Just remember, learn from a guy like me. If you are dabbling in being an alcoholic or being a drug addict, and you need to talk about it, I am very knowledgeable in that field, and I will help you. Addiction is hard, and I would love to help anybody that want to talk about that. Anybody. I got a lot of. I made almost a best friend out of Mike, shitty internet provider. He is a wonderful human being to me, and I just love the guy to death. Thank you.
We done?
Yeah.
Fuck off.